Hello YouTube. I thought I'd just give you a rundown of my guitar rig or setup. Show you the guitars I've got, the amp that I use, and the pedal that I have. As you can see from the video, all these are my 6-string guitars. I do have a 7 and an 8-string. I'll show you them later on, but for now I'll just show you my 6 strings. Again, as you can tell, I'm mostly Ibanez. I do have an ESP as well, that one there in the middle with the stickers on it. Or an LTD, sorry, stand corrected, get the name right. It is an ESP, but it's the LTD version. It's a Jeff Hanneman Signature Series, the cheapest one they did in the LTD range. I'm going to tell that it's one of the later types, because I think the early ones had Slayer Eagles on them. These ones have got Hanneman Dagger inlays on the fretboard. All the hardware is original. I haven't changed the pickups. The bridge is the same. I'm going to change the bridge eventually. It's not the best trem system. It works. It's probably better than a majority of guitars have on in the budget range, but it's still not brilliant. It's not flawless. I don't do dive bombs with it or anything like that, because I know it'll go straight out of tune. They're all the same on the back. They're all bolt-on construction, not neck through, not set neck. On my red Ibanez RG with the inverted head, with the reversed headstock, sorry. 1 volume, same with the guitar next door to it. Same with my 2 white RGs, no tones, just volumes. Hardware spec, this one's got what would have been an Edge 3 trem system, but this was a project that I got finished last year, this red one. It'd been on the back burner for ages, for years, and I thought I'm going to have to pull my thumb out my ass and get it finished off. The body and the neck aren't from the same guitar, they're from different guitars that I bought the parts off the internet for. They've all got pick guards on as well, the RGs, that is, Ibanez. Pickup on this one, I can't remember what I put in it. It's not a well-known brand like DiMarzio, Seymour, Duncan, EMG or Bare Knuckle. I will change it out eventually, but I just bought a cheap shitty thing off eBay just to try it out, really crap thing, and it's worked, and eventually I will change it, but it does the job for now. So yeah, that's that one. I used that one in, that's my ear tuning guitar. So yeah, that's been used since last year for ear tuning. This is my drop D tune guitar, just standard RG that I've customised to make it my own. 7 on the fretboard like that one, Slipknot inspired. This is actually a custom RG 321, which was made in 2005, I believe. So yeah, it's 17 years old now. Flat black paintwork. Looks a bit Road 1 if you look at it hard enough, like that. Fixed bridge, volume. The pickup is, oh, I can't remember. Again, I can't remember. Oh no, I tell a lie, I know what it is. It's a DiMarzio Deactivator X, that's it. And this guitar here, actually, speaking of DiMarzio, this Heart Snatcher limited edition Ibanez Geo from 2010 has a DiMarzio Deactivator in it. So, and again, fixed bridge. I like the graphic on that. I mean, there has been some complaints about this guitar in the past about why it had a pick guard put on it, a see-through pick guard, but for me personally, I wasn't bothered. I like the design of the pick guard around here, because it's not like my other ones on my other guitars, like that one's just standard, and that, as is that one, but that one's got a bit of a different design to it around where the volume control is. So anyway, yeah, that was a limited edition, that one, at the time. Like, it didn't, I've modified it with Hate on the fretboard, again Slipknot inspired, and it did start life with a black headstock, and I've painted it white to match the rest of the body. And then the one next door to that, on this one, that one is used in, this white one is used in G sharp tuning, and then standard, what would have been standard 7-string tuning without the low B string. So yeah, that's the lowest I've ever gone on a 6-string, is G sharp. I mean, for an example, a song I play on that is Soulfly Babylon. That's in G sharp, I believe, if I remember right. And then this guitar, this white one, that's in B tuning, so that's most of that is Machine Head, Slipknot, some Soulfly. This guitar I've been using for about 8 years now. I'm going to put a pick guard on this eventually as well. And the pickup in it is a Seymour Duncan Black Winter. Really good pickup. It's probably one of the best I've used yet. And again, like the other two guitars you've seen earlier on in the video, the black one and the red one has 7 on the fretboard. And yeah, I never thought I'd have this many guitars. Well, not 6 strings anyway. So yeah, I've been using all these for a while now, and flawless. Can't complain. All right, they're nowhere near prestige quality. Well, not the Ibanez aren't anyway. And my LTD is nowhere near Japanese quality made ESP stuff, but I don't complain. It does the job I need it to. And I was umming and ahhing for ages whether to buy it or not, and I thought, oh bollocks to it, I'll snap it up. So I did, and put the stickers on it, and there's some more stickers on the back. There you go, that's the back. Nothing to see here. So GTFO, I won't go into details on what GTFO stands for. I think the majority of you who are watching this can probably work it out. So yeah, there you go. Just to prove it has an ESP stamp mark on it, and there's another one on the neck plate cover. But yeah, 2012 model, I believe. Yeah, this is the latest style of Jeff Hanneman Signature Series, because I think the early ones had Slayer Eagles on the fretboard markers, if I remember right. And then from the 12th fret onwards, I think it just went to standard dots. So that, with this being a later type model, it's got the Hanneman dagger inlays on it, and I think as well the bridges on the early models were like Floyd Rose types, and then with this model they've gone over to a Kahler, which is what Jeff would have used on his guitars. Obviously a way better model than this has got, but the same design. So yeah, those are my 6 strings that I use, and sorry to rabbit on if I bored you, I apologise, but I thought I'd just talk you through what they've got and what they haven't got, and the price range you'd be looking at. But no, I'm happy with them. They've never done me any harm. Like I say, with the Ibanez guitars, they're nowhere near prestige quality, but I'm not bothered. I'm not in a band or anything like that. I just play as a hobby. So those are my 6 strings, and I'll show you my 7 string next and my 8 string. So just bear with me. Right, 7 and 8 string guitars. Again, Ibanez. My 8 string is an RG-A8. Standard spec. I haven't modified it. Still got the same pickups in it that, to be honest with you, are crap, but they'll have to do for now. I will upgrade them eventually, but yeah, they're not very good, if I'm honest. They're muddy, especially on the low string. On the 8th and the 7th strings, they are shit, but they'll have to do for now. Edge fixed bridge, similar to what you've seen on my red 6 string earlier on. Obviously that's a factory setup, not the one I've got, not the one I did myself. Yeah, they're Ibanez, you can't see under dust, IBZ pickups, I think they're called. IBZ-LZ. 1 volume. It did have I think would have been a frequency switch. A bit like I think it's when you change the frequency of the pickups from going from being muddy to sharp, or sharp to muddy, whichever way round it was. But I got rid of that, and it's still wired in, I just don't use it. So I put it inside the body and just put a blanking cap over it. Standard fretboard, dot inlays. And like I have done with my other guitars, I've got some like Tip XL stuff and just put block markers on the side of the fretboard, which eventually does rub off, so they have to be put on again. The back is just basic, like my other guitars are. Bolt-on construction. That is obviously the battery compartment for the pickups. I've had this 11 years now. I did actually, the story about it goes, I put in a pre-order in for an Ibanez Apex 2, Monkey from Korn signature model at the time, and I think it had just gone out of production, which is sod's law. And the music store where I put the order in from said, well, you can either have a refund on that or you can pick something else if you like. So I chose that. I said, all right, I'll have the Ibanez RGA8 if you've got any in stock, and there it is. So when this was in production, it was the cheaper version of the RG228, the one with the EMG 808 pickups in it, I believe. So this was a cheaper version of that. I don't believe Ibanez make this model anymore. I think it went out of production a long time ago. I could be wrong, but I've never seen it on the internet anywhere. Plenty of other 8 strings from Ibanez, obviously, but not this particular one. So I presume it's gone out of production now. And then my 7 string is just not fancy. It's just an Ibanez RG7 2221. It is actually the third 7 string I've had from Ibanez. My first one was RG7321. I think that had been built after a hangover, to be fair. It always used to go out of tune even though it had a fixed bridge. It basically looks like this one. Exactly the same as this, but it had a white binding around the fretboard. This one doesn't, and it didn't have pickup rings on it, which this one does. So, and again, it's only got the volume control. It does still have the volume widening, but I don't use that. Sorry, the tone control widening, but I don't use it. 5-way pickup selector and all that. Pickups bog standard. I haven't changed them yet. They sound shit like the 8-string ones, but they'll do for now. You know, can't complain too much, but they will have to be changed eventually. Standard fretboard again, dot inlays, bolt-on construction, nothing fancy. Got the block fret side markers on the fretboard, what I've done myself. String through body, etc, etc. Yep, just bog standard on the back, standard tuners. So there you have it. That's my 7 and 8 string guitars. And down here is, apart from the floor, is my amp. I'm using the speaker cabinet off an old PV6505 Plus combo I had, but the amplifier died a death on it. I think it was a common fault of the bridge rectifier diodes packing up on it. I tried to mend it and I thought I'd got it working again, but I hadn't. So I just thought, oh, to hell with it, I'll get the 6505 mini head, which I did. And that's been as good as gold since I've had it. So I just obviously used the head and then used the old speaker cabinet off my combo amp, and that does the job for me as well. So can't complain. I've had a few amps over the years as well, Marshalls. I do have a Randall amp in my wardrobe there, solid state, but I can't be asked to show you that. I kept hold of that as a backup in case anything goes wrong with this. So it did have a piece of timber behind here, but I took that out to let more air circulate around, and it looks better like that, to be honest. So yeah, 6505 mini head for an amp, and then I'll show you my pedal board in a minute. Now some of you watching will have seen one of these before, no doubt. The Boss GT10 multi-effects processor. I've had a few pedal boards as well, and all the time I've been playing the guitar, but this is like the biggest pedal board I've owned. Again, I've owned it a long time, well over a decade now, I think, been no bother. Steel construction. It's obviously not as good as other pedal boards that are out there, but it does me, and I'm not going to complain. Now, when we're running a tube amp, I can't be without one of these, a noise suppressor. I've had this a while as well. Again, if you're watching this, you'll have seen one of these before. They're a godsend if you don't want any annoying noises coming out your amp while you're pausing in between songs. Especially with my the way my ESP is at the minute, because every time I stop playing on that if there's a break in the song, and I stop playing, and straight away I get static I get grounding problems from the pickups. So while the electrics are duff on that at the minute, even though I can use it, but the duff, that's my saving grace, that at the minute, my noise suppressor. Every time I'm using this amp, basically. So that's all my guitar stuff that I'm using at the minute. Knowing me, I'll change stuff and upgrade stuff, but for the foreseeable future, what you see in this video is what I've got for now. And well, I've been playing guitar a long time, and I've been through a lot of guitars, amps, pedals. I mean, who hasn't? I mean, you're always going to change and upgrade stuff, I suppose. If you're not happy with something, you change it, you get rid. Depending on your budget, what you can afford and what you can't afford. So, but anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm sorry for going on and on and on and on, but I just thought I'd explain what's what and what I have, and I'll think of something else to make a video. Bye for now.